You're now listening to D&D Live on Demand. What up, world? Welcome back to Breaking Command, a D&D football podcast. It's the boys in the building once again with the Week 5 edition of Breaking Command. Of course, it's your man DH on the MIC, and we got D-Mitty. D-Mitty, what up, bro?
Feeling good, feeling great. How about you, bro?
Hey, man, I'm feeling good now that we've moved on past week 4 against Dallas. We'll get into that in a little bit, but before we do, man, I want to remind everybody that if you're listening to the show right now, you are a fan of the show, and we appreciate you for tuning in. So do us a favor to like, subscribe, share with a friend, and if you feel so inclined to leave us a 5-star review, you can get your 5 seconds of fame. Hey, listen, we need all the love and support, so make sure you smashing that like button, smashing the retweet, and we trying to give you that good Commanders talk every week, bro. Even when we take a bad L to our division rivals, even when we get we get smoked out at home with all the Philly fans, even when we go to Detroit and can't score. I'm not gonna don't get me started. Just like the podcast, share with your friends, and we're gonna talk about it right here this week on Breaking Command. And then need some explosion, all that stuff.
Take with the air horns for you.
Right. D-Mitty, man, it's been a week since we chopped it up, man. Last week we was preparing to play the Dallas Cowboys. We both felt confident about how we would perform, and we both were fools. So let's talk about it, D-Mitty. Let's break it down, the week 4 matchup where we lost to the Dallas Cowboys 25-10. An odd scoring number, by the way. D-Mitty, talk to us, man. How did you feel, your overall feelings about the L that we took in Dallas?
Man, when you see how that game started, you felt as if at some point in time that, you know what, just turn it around. Let's right the ship, and you can end the game on a solid note, maybe win this one. But mistake after mistake, bullet after the bullet in your foot, you just, man, it was hard to watch as a fan. But at the end of the day, I came out thinking, man, this team has a lot to work on with this Commanders. But hey, big ups to Dallas, man. Big ups to Dallas, man. They play ball. You on mute?
Yes, I'm on mute. Thank you. Even the garbage can get a steak, man. Shout out to them. You ain't think I was gonna get my line off, regardless if
sir. Yes, sir.
But you know what? I mean, definitely give kudos to them, man. They played well, and you play well in spite of what you're missing. They've been playing well without having their lead star, for lack of better words, Dak Prescott. Cooper Rush has been getting the job done. I wasn't gonna say that last week after the game, but I'll say it now because I can acknowledge good football, and they just did what they're supposed to do. A team that's limping in, don't know their identity, you beat up on them, and that's what they did to us, man. I'll say this. The black unis did look sweet in pregame. Being in the building and watching, they look amazing. But quickly, I'll tell you, the energy just wasn't there, man. And that's something that we've been talking about for weeks now. They just don't feel. I just don't feel like they've gelled. They don't have it. They're like a child that just doesn't have any confidence. Something.
Can I ask though? Just being in the building. And saying what you said sounds like you seen something on the sidelines and on the field. Was it a body language thing that you seen that may have, or what was it?
Okay, I'll start with the fans, right? Of course, being in the stands, that's the first thing you look at, right? Dallas is a rabid fan base. I mean, they've been losers for years, and they fans still show up. You know what I'm saying? And unlike us, who we've been losers for years, our fans stay home, and other teams come. But the Dallas fans still turn up, they still pull up, they still tailgate, they still pack the games out. So kudos to them for being able to do that. But they came in, I mean, they had the rally towels out, the fans were just hype. It was definitely a lot of us there, but it wasn't enough of us to overshadow what they were doing. I mean, they were loud on third down. They were just active, they were excited. And they just felt it. And just being in the building, man, just watching the game. I don't know what the word is, D-Mitty, but just watching the game, it just felt like they didn't have it. And I think with this team, what we're looking for in these first 4 games through the first quarter of the season is that you're kind of looking for they look just for a play. I think they just need a play that they can build off of, but they can never get it started. So with them not being able to get it started, it's like they're always reeling. It's always like they're looking for a 2-score play when there isn't one. They're trying to take a big shot. They can't block the edges. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to win the game on one play.
Yeah, and it doesn't work that way, bro. Football is hard. That's why you have one play at a time. You can't play it in bunches. And I think they try to get ahead of themselves sometimes. And that was the big thing on Carson, right? People say he tried to play hero ball sometimes, and he doesn't really he doesn't take the first read that's given to him. He'll try to take the big shot. And I think that just comes from him feeling the pressure, him trying to put the team on his back and make some plays. But I mean, it's just tough. It's just tough, and you can see it in the play.
For the fans that say that he was playing hero ball and things like that, when you watch the All 22, what you realize is that he had no other choice in certain instances that he had to throw it to a certain read. He had to make a run and escape or what have you based on what happened with the pocket being I don't want to say taken away from, but the pocket collapsing. So, that's just how it went.
Most definitely. And speaking of that, man, I kind of wanted to, and this is not even about the Commanders, but I just kind of wanted to read this tweet that Kurt Warner tweeted earlier, and I'll put it on screen here. Can't tell you how much it makes me LOL when someone screenshots a guy open on the field and says, "What is the quarterback doing?" or throw it to the open guy without having a clue what the QB read is, what concept is designed for, or why he didn't throw to him. Bro, it's so funny like that he said that, because you see it across every fan base every week, bro. Especially with everybody watching all 22, and people watching all 22 don't even know what the hell they looking at, man. Like, seriously, bro. Like let's say you got your reads, right? And they catch it at the top of the play, right? Your first read, if that corner is playing back and they pause it right there, you don't know what that route is. You just see the receiver running, and you see the corner in a 10-yard bail.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if he's running a 9. You don't know if he's gonna bend it and run an 8, up the seam. You don't know if he's coming around and run a 6 on a curl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. And if you stop it right there, okay, yeah, he's open, but his back is turned to you. You're like, why don't you throw it? Well, that's not his route. And then what people don't realize is that a lot of things, routes and stuff is dictated by what's going on. Like,
yeah,
he may be running a 9 and run it off, just run the play off, because we trying to get somebody to come underneath, get the corner, get that safety to take off and get over the head of the linebacker. Like, we might be doing that. Like, people just don't know. So I thought it was interesting that Kurt Warner said that, because every week, bro, we have a lot of Monday morning quarterbacks that talk about this, and Carson has catching some heat because they're saying that he's not throwing to the guy or blah blah blah. But we don't know the play call. Like, we don't know the play call. We don't know what his reads are supposed to be. Granted, he probably should make some of these throws. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, bro, I dare you to I tell you something right now, and then 2.5 seconds later, you have to process it and figure out what to do next. That's a lot, bro.
There you go.
So I just thought go ahead. Go ahead.
No, just elaborate on what you're saying, because what I noticed too now, I mean, I'm gonna be perfectly honest, all 22 has brightened my knowledge of what to see on the field and what to look for, especially when the quarterback is in the pocket and when it flips to the defensive side to see what coverage the defense is in. So now for me watching, and I watch it all. I'm watching it the whole play through. So now I'm understanding. Okay, that linebacker, and especially watching Cole Holcomb, he was supposed to take the back out of the backfield. However, he released him because he seen the tight end come across his face or whatever. So you have to watch the whole play through from both ends to understand what both sides of the ball are doing.
I think, and then before we could finish on with Dallas, man, I think football for me is just the human chess game, because it's just so many different things that can take place on one play to dictate the outcome, right? You may draw something up to just be, it says 1st and 10. You may draw something up just to get 5 yards, like a quick out, something quick underneath, but let's say the DN, jumps it.
Yeah.
That change your arm angle, how you throw the ball. So maybe that ball goes further than where it's supposed to go. Then the receiver
Yeah.
has to adjust. Okay. And because the DB is playing off the receiver, he can see the ball. He adjusts differently to where the ball is going to be versus the receiver. And he picks it off and takes it for a pick six. A play that you designed to go 3-4 yards has just been turned into a pick six and a game changer. So football like that is just so many different outcomes and opportunities that you truly have from what every play when you have 11 moving parts that all have to do something different. So
And if you're not a coach or a savant and you don't know exactly what each player is doing in every play, it's hard to say what someone could have did or what they should have did. Because once again, I'm learning too when it comes to what the defense is doing, especially like with the linemen. Is the DN squeeze? Is is the what lineman are they in? Is the 3-4 in? Is he supposed to squeeze inside and for the stunt early or late or whatever? So you don't know.
yeah.
So if and me, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a savant. I'm still learning. However, when you see this stuff, you understand, okay, this is why they made a decision once you actually see it develop.
And that's what goes back to my whole thing that I've been saying. I try to give these guys some grace because it is a lot. Football is hard. Like that should be the title of the segment. Football is very hard. And things are going to happen. And you just hope that it's just going to take some time for the team to gel. And I'm hoping that this week against Tennessee, the team can kind of gel and get on a little run and just make some things happen. And before we
Absolutely.
get into Tennessee, we'll finish up in Dallas. But just overall, man, the game was a bad game. I really would have liked to seen them just play a little better. And that's I think what we've been saying, competition. Win or lose. I mean, because you can't win them all. But if you
Right.
compete to the bitter end and doing your best, that's all that the fans can kind of hope for. And it just
Absolutely.
didn't feel like they competed. They got ran over.
Absolutely.
The defense was just going off.
They
Which I
got out schemed.
yeah, it's just a lot, So I'm just hoping that they can kind of get it going and kind of just do some things to slow the game down. Quick game. They did run the ball effectively on the edges last week with AG and Jonathan Williams.
I loved it. I
Yeah,
loved it, man.
prayerfully.
Jonathan Williams had some good numbers for those. I think he had maybe like 5 to 7 touches,
Yeah,
and
he didn't
he
touch
had
the
like
ball a
40
lot.
some yards, I think.
He didn't touch the ball
Yeah,
a whole
so
lot, but he was affecting the game, and that's the thing. When those situational guys get in there, you want to affect the game. J.D. McKissick,
mhm.
he needs to affect the game. When
That
certain
man
guys come in,
still he's for his age and how long he's been in the league. Not saying he's like a elder statesman, but man, is he quick when he gets out of space, man.
very much, man, very much. So you just want the guys to kind of make some plays and be effective, and that's it, man. We'll have another opportunity at Dallas at the end of the season when they come
Absolutely.
here, and hopefully we're a different team when we play them, and we'll be able
True.
to get them a different contest. But overall, the game sucked on my trip, but I enjoyed the Texas barbecue, which
The
was
ambiance.
superb. Yes, the sights and the sounds of Dallas, Texas were very good. The food was great. It was great company as well. So, no complaints from that, man. So we finished the first quarter of the season at 1-3 with a win versus Jacksonville. That was all that we were able to muster. And 3 straight losses. And then we're going into week 5 against the Tennessee Titans, the 2-2 Tennessee Titans, with their star running back Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill under center. They'll be over at FedEx Field at 1 p.m. this Sunday to take on us, the Washington Commanders. D-Mitty, give me your first thoughts of this game.
Looking at the stats for both of us, both teams, Tennessee and Washington, and I feel like not necessarily saying we're evenly matched statistically. We're right there, kind of right there arm in arm, and I feel as if once again these coaches have to show they have to show their credentials, man. You have to show that you can out scheme and out coach and make adjustments against the Mike Vrabels of the world and his coaching staff because you you got out coached in Dallas. To me, there was certain schemes and stuff that happened in the game where you got outplayed. And for this matchup, I need the coaches to step up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Titans come into town with the 29th ranked offense and the 31st ranked defense. Like I said, they're 2-2. They won one more game than us. So one could say it's kind of even. The one big caveat, right, that you would think, okay, Derrick Henry must be toting that thing like that. Derrick Henry, or the Titans have the 20th ranked rushing game, while we have the 21st. The thing is with Derrick Henry, he's going to come in. They're going to look to control the pace of the game. They're going to do what Detroit was able to do. They're going to do what Philly was able to do and try to run that ball on us, because at times our defense has looked like Swiss cheese, okay? Swiss cheddar bay cheese. And
Cheddar Bay.
and
Cheddar Bay.
teams have been able to run for miles on us. So I definitely think they're going to come in and try to control the game, try to slow the game down, and let Derrick Henry run the ball. I mean, that's what you should do when you have a big running back like that. What do you think a key will be on defense for us to maybe slow down the run game and be effective this week against the Tennessee Titans?
I want to see this defensive line continue to do what they did in Dallas. They did a great job of holding Pollard and Zeke to I think it was less than 100 yards. I don't think they got 100 yards rushing that last game. That'll be nice if you can do that against Derrick Henry. But we know who the king is, and if that's not the case, now we're on to the passing game. I'm a man of matchups. If you fans, if you've been listening and people have been listening, I'm a man who likes matchups. And with these DBs against the receivers that they're facing, Dollar Bill, William Jackson, and Kendall Fuller have an opportunity to redeem themselves, because they're not slouch corners. They're playing in the scheme. They're getting lost in the scheme and getting routed up in certain instances, and it looks bad. It looks like you're getting toasted, like my man Toasted McGee said.
And man, last week at times, man, they just were getting beat, bro. And granted, I'll say this: the refs definitely were helping out Dallas last week. Call me what you want to call me, but it was some plays where I actually wanted to call the league office, because I'm telling you, D-Mitty, let me tell you what, bro. I legit was sitting in my seat, and when the ref would make some of these calls, I mean, I'm over here cussing and fussing, bro. Like I'm pissed, because there was a lot of those plays where it's just like, bro, like, come on, man. Like that one that he called pass interference, but it was like incidental contact. And they called pass interference. I can't remember who it was on, but I was just like, bro, like, don't do this, man. And the thing I hate is that they extend these drives, bro. It'd be a third and some change, and one of these plays happen, and then the refs just give it to them. I'm like, I'd rather you err on the side of, we're not gonna call that in this spot unless it's egregious. Now they had a few that was egregious. I think it was William Jackson beat, and he held him, and I was okay with that, because I would do the same thing. I'd rather you hold him down for a 10-yard penalty on defensive holding versus giving up 6 and getting cooked.
Right. I think, and I will say this though, you are absolutely right, and I'm not going to disagree. There were flags that should have been stayed tucked, but then there were the ones where I seen where St. Juice was being handsy. That was the thing about him coming out in the draft out of Minnesota. He was handsy because he had long arms. He tried to utilize them a lot, and then Dollar Bill Will Jack. I seen him holding on to it was either Noah Brown or CeeDee Lamb, just shoulder pad, just holding on to him, like, bro, use your legs, use your speed. You still right there with the receiver. But who am I? You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting paid the hundreds of thousands of dollars a game to do that. But you just look at it. But hey, man, you just have to switch up your technique, is what I'm saying.
Hey man, side note, while we're recording, guys, I want you to know that the Thursday night game is on. The Colts are playing the Broncos, and I mean, it is a doo-doo game. It is 6-3 in the third quarter with 9 minutes to go, and Matt Ryan just made a pass that, I mean, that my daughter might have been able to throw, and I mean, he just threw it to his back out of bounds. I mean, listen, bro, I'll say this: Jim Irsay and the Colts media did a great job of trying to bash Carson Wentz and bash him out of town. But I can guarantee that if you ask them now, they would have rather have Carson Wentz in their building what they had last year than what they had this year. Because Matt Ryan is washed gang. Okay? Man. Nasty work. He stinks, bro. He stinks.
I know it's a stat people say, and especially the savants of the world and the Twitter know-it-alls. They say, don't place the record on the quarterback.
Yeah.
But man, I seen a stat today that Matt Ryan, last 4 of his 5 years, has started off with a losing record in his first 5 games. And that's crazy. That's crazy work. And to me, as a quarterback, that some of that does fall on you, though. Not all of it, not 100%, but some of that record does fall on you as a quarterback because the ball is in your hands 50% of the time,
He
or 60%.
he stinks, okay? And for all the cash they talked about my man Carson Wentz, y'all need to eat that doo-doo sandwich because I'm telling you what, Matt Ryan is boo-boo, and y'all going backwards, okay? And now let's go to the other side. I know I was a big proponent. I'm sorry, I'm going off script, but it don't matter, okay?
Do your thing.
I wanted Russell Wilson in the building, okay? I wanted him. But now, for the money that they're paying him, bro, carry your ass home. Because let me tell you what, he stinks too. Russell Wilson look boo out here, man. And I'm telling you, bro, Denver is stuck with him like glue.
Like Chuck.
Russell Wilson has that Navy Federal account number, and he has it, bro. And they stuck with him for the foreseeable future. And he look garbage right now.
Because who is their backup? I don't even know who their backup. Man, that's crazy.
You know, I feel like Doc right now. When he get upset, Doc be like, hold on. We got guys out here. We got guys like they can't bust a great. They can't bust a great. I need dogs. I need
Hey, I love Doc, man. I can't. I'm speaking to it. I can't wait till we have a conversation.
Yeah, Doc. Come on, Doc. Come on, Doc. We need you on here. Come on, player. That's a Doc. We need you on here, player.
Come on, player. Come on, player.
Hey, man. Hey, tweet Doc Walker right now. If you're watching the show, tweet Doc Walker right now. Tell him he need to come on, break a command, man. At one point, this is Doc Walker on here, man. But I said all that to say, for all the heat that Carson is getting, some of these other quarterbacks, they need to keep that same energy and give him the heat that they giving Carson right now. Because granted, a lot of this stuff is not Carson not making the right throw or making the right decision. He's getting pelted because the offensive line is not staying healthy. And I'm not healthy because I feel that way.
Yeah, man. I watched, man, I hate to go back, but for an example, I seen in that Dallas game, man, with Trey Turner or Norwell, it was almost like they missed the protection and let somebody just swing and gate, just come right through, man, and that's not on Carson. Now that he has to leave his reads and play off script.
The line
that's not a Carson Wentz thing.
You know what? The whole team, and forget the breakdown. We'll come back to that. The whole team has to get better. We've been talking about this stuff all week, right, D-Mitty? We've been talking about it, whether it's on Twitter Spaces, text messages, group chats, whatever. We've been talking about the team has to play better overall, and it's something that they have not done since week 1. Like I said last week, bro, we legit are a fourth quarter comeback away from being 0-4 right now, being complete boo-boo and the whole thing being off the rails, right? But we're hanging on because that's what we do. We're fans. We're hanging on. And because, you know, they have a favorable schedule coming up right now. But that's what we said about week 2. That's what we said. That Dallas, Dak Prescott, we got Cooper Rush. Hey, we could be able to do that.
Rush Cooper.
And they came.
And what happened? And Cooper rushed us.
Bruh, I mean, you thought Cooper Rush was Joe Montana. You know what I'm saying? You'd have thought he was Thomas Brady. You know, Manning Payton, somebody.
Hey, the way he was back there wearing number 10, I was thinking maybe he was wearing blue and red for a minute with the days of Eli when he was.
Eli used to cook us, bruh. Bruh, they used to kill me because Eli, half the time, Eli didn't look like he knew what was going on. Like, he was just out there, but he was just making plays and just cooking us. And it's
man, do I remember.
Fame, bro. For winning his 2 Super Bowls, he's going to go in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and the last name in them rings.
Man,
gonna get him that gold jacket.
It's crazy. I've been going off the rails. I've been upset, and I've been talking loudly. Let me
as you should.
Hold on. Let me bring it back. Let me get my professional voice back. Okay, let's bring it back because it's not doom and gloom. It's only week 5. Let's woo-saw. On the count of 3, let's breathe. 1, 2, 3. Woo-saw. All right, let's bring it back. Let's talk about week 5. I have another segment later on that we're gonna get wild. I think I just used it already, but we're gonna do it again. Okay, that's okay. Week 5, man. The Titans are in town. What do we gotta do on offense? And I'm gonna tell you, I'm showing you what we gotta do on offense. This is what we gotta do.
Get the ball to 1-7.
I need Scarence Terrence to get in the end zone. I need Scarin Terry Tino to get in the end zone and play some ball this week, man. That's what I need, D-Mitty. Can we get him the ball, please?
Please, man. And look, man, if Dotson is out, hey, the 8 to the 9, the new 8-9, the number 2, hey, those guys, step it up, man. Step it up.
Dyami scoring this week.
Hey, hey, look, if you don't give me a touchdown, give me a 70-yarder.
Something.
A 20-yard catch and give me 50 yak. Give me 50 yak. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Miles in that yak. That's what Shannon Sharp said. I'll be on that Miles in that hen dog. Hey man, listen, bro. I told guys in the group chat earlier today. I said I've been speaking it into existence. Dyami is going to score this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think now is his time. Jahan is out. He's going to be in the offense. He's going to be getting reps. He's going to play. And I want him to score because it'll be a first touchdown. And I told you, man, I've seen every catch he's had in college and the few catches he's had in the pros. And the guy is explosive. And in this offense, I think if we can run the ball, which hopefully we get Brian Robinson back this week, shout out to him for his recovery. But if you're able to control the game with the run game, Dyami's going to be open, running down the field, and you know Carson can get him the ball. And I just think this receiving core, this is where you see how deep you really are at receiver. We've been talking about it all off season. We was like 1 through 6 should be good to go. All right, 1 is down. So now, you know, your bottom half going to step up. Cam Sims, Dyami Brown, Dax Milne probably get in and make some grabs. So
absolutely.
I feel like the tight end's gonna get some more action as well. So I think the offense the offense needs a breakout game. They need to get it together. You know what I'm saying? You know that song 5 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself to.
Hey, that was a jam right there, bro. Because you gotta think about what Dyami, while you've been sitting on that silence, I'm pretty sure, bro. I know you've been looking at those guys out there making plays, looking at the guys a year drafted after you, taking your position and looking like, man, I need to be out there making those plays. So with that being said, Dyami, man, get out there, make plays, high point the ball, give Carson a nice catch radius to throw to, and make plays, man. And Cam Sims, I believe Cam Sims can. For the life of me, I didn't understand why Cam Sims didn't play, get more reps or what have you in that Cowboys game, because the year before with the Cowboys, he did pretty good. I mean, I'm not saying he had awesome numbers, but he does have a memorable catch, in the end zone against Trayvon Diggs. You know, he's a short to intermediate route receiver that we could have made something out of nothing there. You know what I mean? He's like the second tight end on the field when he's out there, running those seam routes and things like that. But hey, who am I? Once again, I'm not the coach.
Man, listen, I'm talking to 2 right now. I'm talking to Dyami right now. I'm gonna post this. Dyami, bro, I don't care about if nobody in the DMV got faith, bro. I got faith that you are going to perform. I got faith that this is your time to go out there and show them why they drafted you, to go out there and show them what you can do. I've seen every catch. I've seen every route in college. And I'm here, bro. I'm excited. It's your turn. It's your time. Go out there, get in the end zone, and cut up on them, bro. Let them know you got another receiver that we can get the ball to. So I want to see you out there too. I want to see you ball out and want to see you do it.
Yeah, Deuce.
It's gonna happen.
Hey, Dose, we rocking with you, bro. Trust me, man. Trust me. I can echo those sentiments, man. I want to see you get your targets, get your catches, bro, and do your thing. Earn that bag.
Let's go to.
I'm telling you.
So I'll say this, man. The offense needs a game. D-Mitty, I'm telling you, bro. Everybody's picking Tennessee, as they should. You
Yeah,
know, Derrick
yeah.
Henry, I get it.
I think the line starting for the week. I think we were like 3-point underdogs at home. I
Three,
think it probably.
3.5. I think it was
Yeah,
give him 3.5. You know, it's cool. I get it. I get it. They got to perform. The offense got to come out and play well. Get something
hmm
going early. Try to start the game on tippy top, man. Don't get behind because then they're gonna
there
start
you
real.
go.
But start it. And then, like I said, man, defense got to make some more plays. Defense was in some positions last week that make some turnovers. One got called back. Was that the St. Juice interception?
Yes,
Called back.
St. Juice and the Cam Curry interception.
Listen, man, crazy. But you know, we got to make some plays. We got to get it, make it happen. And I think, man, this will be supposed to be a decent day, and it's football weather, man. We got to go out there and just perform. I know the building will be lit, man. It's gonna be a fun time, man. It's gonna be a
I
fun.
got a question for you, DH.
Be, bro.
If let me know if I haven't been watching the game like I should have. Have you seen 34 and 35 on the field? I haven't seen Sip and No Mercy. I haven't seen those guys, man. Percy Butler, number 35, and Christian Holmes get any.
I have
Is
not
it is it
either. I think I'm gonna let me go find their snap
is
count.
it a depth chart thing? Because the reason why I ask is this, man. If we are a young team, and I hear a lot of fans, and I hear the coaches say, we are a young team. Give these guys opportunities. And who I want to see step up on the defense this game, I'm gonna put my focus on the back seven for this game. Matchup on matchup, I want our DBs to have a game. In 22, Defoe, Derek Forrest,
Yeah.
hey, have you a game, bro? Have you a game? Because right now, I believe he is leading the team in tackles and interceptions. Even though it's just one interception, hey, Defoe, earn your bag, man. I'm calling you out, Defoe. You my guy. I had you in my profile pic. I might just put it back up with the black unis, bro. Defoe, have you a game, bro?
Hey, man, listen. They need to do something, man. They got to make it happen this week. And what we said, Percy.
Percy, yes. No mercy, Percy. Coined by my boy Slim.
He played. That can't be correct. Hold on. He played 0% of the defensive snaps.
All special teams.
All special teams. He had 15 special team snaps last week against Dallas. Who else we say?
Christian Holmes, Sip.
He had 20 special team snaps. That was it.
You see what I'm saying? And these guys were drafted, in my opinion, to be a part of that youth, to be a part of that platoon. At some point in time, as a coach, you got to look at your veteran guys and be like, I'm trusting you. But hey, if you make a mistake, St. Juice, you get that call. Throw in Sip, throw in Percy, just for a player to give them a player to, man. Let them get their feet wet.
We're approaching a few more losses to where this roster or these snap counts are going to have to flip.
Wholesale changes.
Playing these young guys because at this point it'll be proven that your vets or that whatever you're doing with the vets hasn't been working. So you'll have to change something. And I went out on a limb and said, I wanted to have Sam activated. Now, let me clarify what I meant by this. I don't want him to play. But I want him to, because I don't think it's pressure with Taylor, with Carson.
No, not at all. Not at all.
If Sam becomes activated, Carson to kind of understand, like, look, I got to get it together, or I may never get this job back. Because I'm gonna tell you what, if the Sam Howell I know, once he get in there, he's not giving the job back. You're gonna be hard pressed to try to get it back. I'm telling you, I promise you, bro. Remember the day. What's today? October the 6th, 2022 at 10:24 p.m. Sam Howell, when he gets the job, he's not giving the job up. I promise you.
And I'm gonna tell you a couple of reasons why. Shout out to my man, the real Telly on Twitter, the DC Dude 202. Yes, sir. He made some solid points about the Sam Howell thing. If Sam Howell gets out there and he's able to make plays with his feet and he's able to push the ball downfield like he can with that big arm that he has, and he puts points up, Yeah, Carson, your days are numbered, and it better not let it happen before week 12.
Let me tell you what, man.
That third quarter of the season.
My whole plan for Sam was to sit out this year and sit out next year and play 2024. That would mean that Carson has been doing his thing. But the more games that he doesn't play well,
right,
that number goes down and down. So instead of 2024, I'm seeing third quarter of the season 2023. The more games he loses, the worse he look. That's going back to halfway through the season and then starting the season next year. You know what I'm saying? Or possibly if he keep getting bad, bring him in at the end of this year. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to see him play just yet because I want him to be successful and have the time to grow like some of these other quarterbacks were able to grow, like Aaron Rodgers, you know, other guys.
Mahomes.
Yeah, you know, yes. So I want to be able to
Absolutely.
sit behind some guys and kind of wait his turn and play.
Absolutely.
I need Carson to play better. Just overall, I need him to play better.
So what would you say? And to piggyback off of that, what would you say that the offense as a whole, as a collective, because we know it's a team game, what does Carson Wentz, Scott Turner, their offensive line, what do they have to do starting this Tennessee Titans game to prevent the Sam Howell insertion?
Quick game. You slow the game down for yourself if you get the ball out quick, right? Slants, underneath throws, quick outs, anything to get the ball out of his hands to where he doesn't have to hold on to it and let the defensive line rush, because you know your offensive line is a weakness. So get the ball out quick. And even last week, how the run game off the edges was successful. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Get the ball in his hand. Let's keep the pace and let's do what we got to do to win some games. And you got to adjust, man. We got to make adjustments. Take what the defense is giving us, and just play our game, bro. The offense definitely has to do something because they got to get it together.
Yes.
They set the precedence week 1 by scoring 28 points. And then week 2, in garbage time, mostly, you know, scoring 27 points. But now to score 10 against or 8 against Philly and 10 against Dallas, you have 18 points within your division. You have 2 touchdowns within your division. That ain't gonna cut it, bro. That's not gonna work.
Come on, man. 2 weeks of scoring 18 points after scoring 28 the first game. Like, come on, man. And you put up what did they put up against Detroit? 30.
I thought
20. Okay, I was thinking it was around 30. But anyway, to start off that way and then to end these last 2 weeks, absolutely, man. You have to make some changes and adjustments, man. I'm sitting here looking at the depth chart for the Tennessee Titans defense. That front line, man, that front 7 looks pretty good, man. And they have a guy by the name of Roger McCreary, who I like as coming out of Auburn, a cornerback who is sneaky good, who has speed, and who's able to, you know, stay hip to hip with a lot of speedy receivers. And you have a guy named Kevin Byard, who Deion Sanders had to learn his name after he put up the numbers he put up, man. And you look at these DBs, and I'm starting to rethink my matchup, man. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope me rethinking, looking at this matchup with Caleb Farley, Kevin Byard, you know, Christian Fulton, and those guys that, hey, our receivers come out and actually put up a game and give Carson, so, you know, something to throw to a man, and especially our offensive line against the likes of Bud Dupree, Jefferson Simmons, Mario Edwards, you know, against those guys, man. I hope our offensive line can really put up, you know, a good game against these guys, because these guys aren't no slouches, man. Jeffrey Simmons is a Pro Bowler. You know what I mean? This guy is sneaky. He's not even sneaky. That guy is great when it comes to pass rushing and making guards look like slouches.
Hey, D-Mitty, look, man, I say this, and we're gonna get into this last segment. But I think I think it goes without saying, we both are predicting the Commanders to get a win. We're gonna get a win, and we're gonna get it going on. I love that. All right, listen, this is the last segment of the night. All right. If you're watching this video, I want you to sit back. And if you're listening to this, I want you to pull the car over and turn it up. All right. Listen, this last segment is called Let's Get Wild. All right. So me and D-Mitty, we gonna get hyped and we gonna give our key of the game. And we gonna do it wild. So we gonna get hyped. And I'm gonna go first, so I'm gonna set the tone. All right.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Let's get wild. Give him the ball to Scary Terry.
Oh, yeah.
Give the ball to Scary Terry. I know I'm gonna have to fix these levels, but it don't matter. Give the ball to Scary Terry. 1-7. I need him to score twice this week. And then he gonna do the Terry dance. He gonna do the joint from Love Don't Cost a Thing. Give him the ball to Terry. All right, that's my get wild section. D-Mitty,
Yes, sir. Man, let's get wild. Let's get buck, D4. Let's go. Let's go. Get one more interception on the books, my boy. Add to that tackles, boy. Let's go. D4, you know what it is. Let's get it.
I need 22 Ultimate Warriors this week. I need them to get wild. I know I'm loud, but I do the editing, so it's cool. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for listening to this latest episode of Breaking Command Week 5 edition. Do me a favor. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with a friend. Do everything you would do if you want to share this. All right?
5 stars.
Listen, we will catch you next week. When we return, we're going to be 2-3. And we're going to Thursday night. Take on the Bears after that.
Yes, sir. Let's
2-3
go.
after this week, man. You with me on that, D-Mitty?
I'm with you all the way, my brother.
Let's get it. Listen, Commanders fans. HTTC. Let's take command. Catch you on the flip side. Peace and love. Let me stop the recording.